guys, welcome back to the Octagon Channel. As always, we'll be bringing you the biggest news from the fight world. Tune in and enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with all the latest, and here we are. Jiri Prochazka really didn't have a problem with Magomed Ankalaev until the new light heavyweight champion took a shot at him just hours after beating Alex Pereira in the UFC 313 main event. As a former champion and perennial contender in the division, Prochaska was obviously invested in the outcome of the fight, and he actually sent a congratulations to Ankalaev while adding that he used beautiful pressure to stifle Pereira. And even if most people don't like it, you won the title for now. After Prochaska then suggested jumping right into a title shot for his next fight, Ankalaev responded by calling him a terrible fighter and a fraud and saying so many guys deserve it more than you. You need to go win some fights. I like all the people except him, Prochaska said on the Ariel Helwani show. He is too much, especially his last tweet on me. Prochaska took offense to the message from Ankalaev, but he was especially upset with the tone after he apparently ran into the Russian not that long ago, and the meeting was nothing but cordial. That apparently changed after Ankalaev became champion, and now he's definitely rubbed Prochaska the wrong way. Conor McGregor has slammed Alex Pereira's ex-girlfriend after she celebrated his loss to Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313. There was an outpouring of fan heartache at the result, with many projecting the more methodical, ground-based Ankalaev to be a far less entertaining champion than Poatan. However, one interested party who wasn't particularly disappointed about Pereira's loss was his ex-girlfriend Merle Christine.
We have a new light heavyweight champion. No more Shama, Kama. So, he lost at the International Women's Day. Maybe that's a sign, guys. I don't know. New light heavyweight champion Ankalaev. Congrats. He did a really good job. If you guys are talking robbery, you don't understand anything from MMA. So let's not talk about robbery. That's completely BS. This guy won, and actually, he got this title shot very, very late, right? So I think we should give him some props. Even if we don't like him or we don't like his fighting style, we should give him some props. No more Shama.
It didn't take long for fighters and fans alike to respond, with Conor McGregor coming to his fellow former two-divisional champ's defense in typical prickly fashion. Pereira and Christine were together for 2 years before breaking up when Pereira claims he discovered Christine was already married. And adding to McGregor's comment, Pereira chose to hit back himself. I think she should stop mentioning my name because her husband might get jealous, Chama, he said, commenting on the viral video. Justin Gaethje left it all in the cage at UFC 313 as usual. The highlight returned to the win column at Saturday's pay-per-view event at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, needing another 3 rounds to get the better of Rafael Fiziev in their lightweight rematch. After a slow start, Gaethje turned up the heat in rounds 2 and 3 to beat Fiziev a second time and successfully rebound from a brutal UFC 300 knockout loss to Max Holloway. On Wednesday, Gaethje released behind-the-scenes footage of his eventful fight night on YouTube, including a brief assessment of a potential injury he might have suffered. "My toes are fucked," Gaethje said. Speaking at a media scrum post-fight, Gaethje said his plan is to be available for the UFC matchmakers as soon as they need him. So hopefully, for the 36-year-old veteran, he has not suffered any injuries that will keep him sidelined for any period of time. Gaethje's vlog features plenty of candid moments, as well as toasts from head coach Trevor Whitman and manager Ali Abdelaziz, both of whom lavish praise upon Gaethje, after he added another impressive chapter to his illustrious career. When it comes to Justin Gaethje's hopes to secure a third crack at the undisputed UFC lightweight title, Arman Tsarukyan has told him to hold his horses. Gaethje placed his name back into the championship conversation at 155 pounds this past weekend by emerging victorious from the UFC 313 co-main event. The highlight ran it back with Rafael Fiziev at the pay-per-view after original opponent Dan Hooker withdrew due to a broken hand. And for the second time in under 3 years, the American exited the cage a decision winner over Arman. In the aftermath, Gaethje outlined his hopes to challenge Islam Makhachev down the line. That ambition received a sizable boost during Dana White's post-fight press conference, with the UFC CEO suggesting the ex-interim champ has a good chance of another title shot. During a recent interview with the Schmo, however, Tsarukyan insisted that the highlight must go through either him or former title holder Charles Oliveira first.
You know, from someone from top 5, it's a Gaethje or Oliveira. Gaethje wants to fight for the title. It makes sense to fight with me because nobody gonna give him title fight. It's not gonna be fair that he's gonna get title fight. So he gotta beat me or Oliveira to get that title fight. So there is a Ilya too, and I think they're gonna give me Oliveira or Gaethje or maybe title fight. So I don't know yet.
Tsarukyan has been left needing to record another victory over a top contender despite entering the year with a first title shot bagged. Former UFC champion BJ Penn has shared a troubling Instagram video in which he alleges that the government murdered his mother and replaced her with a look-alike imposter. The 46-year-old former fighter, who previously held titles in both the lightweight and welterweight divisions, made the shocking claim while pointing at a woman he insists is not his real mother.
This lady right here, look at her ass and legs. She's acting like my 79-year-old mother. But she's not my 79-year-old mother. And it's interesting when you Google Lorraine Abelet, our house pops up. Because this lady acts like Lorraine Inouye. So you Google Lorraine Abelet, and this house pops up, and then you look and then my mom's name starts popping up. She's trying to steal everything, and this is not my mother. And I'm putting this up because she's saying that she's gonna get an attorney and try to do something. She's trying to throw me out, and if I attack her, she'll try to do something, TRO or something else, but she's...
Come on. Get off the road. Get off the road.
Penn also took to social media with a post accusing a man named Paul Abeli, whom he also refers to as Carlos Rivera, of being involved in the alleged conspiracy with government help. The former fighter's claims have sparked concern among fans, many of whom have urged him to seek professional help. Penn, who retired from MMA in 2019 following a 7-fight losing streak, has remained in the public eye for various controversies. In 2022, he ran for governor of Hawaii but failed to secure the Republican primary nomination. Penn has not responded to the widespread concern regarding his latest statements. Chris Eubank Jr. paid a hefty price for his bit of fun with Conor Ben. Last month, at the first press conference for their upcoming boxing match, Eubank caused quite the stir when he slapped Ben with an egg during their face-off. Unfortunately for Eubank, the British Boxing Board of Control, BBOC, did not look kindly on his action. And on Tuesday, the governing body fined Eubank £100,000, roughly $129,000, for his outburst. Following a hearing before the stewards of the British Boxing Board of Control, Chris Eubank Jr. was found to be in breach of Regulation 25, misconduct, for his conduct at the press conference in Manchester for the Chris Eubank Jr. v. Conor Ben contest on the 26th of April 2025, the BBOC said in a statement. Eubank and Ben are set to face each other on April 26th at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. KSI warns that by the time he's done with Dylan Dennis, there won't be much left of him for Tony Ferguson to fight. For context, KSI is set to square off against Dennis in a 185-pound grudge match in the main event of Misfits Boxing 21 on March 29th at the AO Arena in Manchester, England. However, following his sophomore appearance in the boxing ring, El Jefe is booked to compete against former UFC interim lightweight champion Ferguson. under the banner of the newly launched MMA promotion, Global Fight League, GFL, with the bout tentatively scheduled for May 11th. On Tuesday, the YouTuber turned influencer boxer, who has a long-standing feud with Danis, took to X to issue a chilling message just 2 weeks ahead of their showdown. His words weren't just aimed at Danis, as they also carried a veiled shot at Ferguson, with the Nightmare vowing to punish Danis so brutally that his anticipated MMA return would become an afterthought. I don't think people understand what I'm about to do to Danis. His fight with Ferguson will be dead. His UFC dreams will be dead. His career in combat sports will finally be dead, KSI wrote on X.